We're supposed to have a FaceTime date in like an hour.
Oh, come on. Everybody's out. It's the holiday.
No, I promised them I would FaceTime. You guys go on and have fun.
All right, then.
Drink some for me.
Oh, I will.
Hey, what are you doing? I miss you too. How was your day? I've missed you so much. I can't wait to see you. I'm counting down the days, literally. How come? You're not coming? But I took a whole week off. Wait, hold on. Well, bye, I guess. He's not coming. I can't believe he's not coming. Guess that's that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a series called Make or Break, and I'm just going to kind of go through relationship advice and different topics on what can make or break a relationship. So this week I'm going to focus on long distance relationships. Has anybody ever been in a long distance relationship? It's funny. I used to watch the show Catfish on MTV. I may or may not still binge watch it sometimes, but I used to look at the people on that show that were in these like long distance relationships over the internet or video chat or whatever, and I used to laugh and be like, what are these people thinking? And they're like, claim they're in a serious relationship and they're in love with each other, and never understood how that could even be remotely possible if you don't spend actual physical time together. Like, how can you develop that close of a bond with somebody that far away? Well, apparently it's possible. I wasn't actually in a relationship. Like, it it wasn't a relationship. I don't know what it was. But I do know that you can form a deep connection with somebody just by talking. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does. But don't have any regrets in life. Enjoy every moment that you have. I really, even though this didn't work out, even though I spent 3/4 of the time trying to convince myself how it would never work, and then I started thinking, well, maybe it could work. And then it was too late. How do people actually survive long-distance relationships? Like, I know I used to be Facebook friends with a girl that met her husband on vacation in Florida. He was from Australia or New Zealand or somewhere, and they met each other, and they had a long-distance relationship for maybe a year or two, and then she ended up moving over there and getting married. And then I know a couple other people that their spouses are from countries in Europe, and somehow they made it work. My other friend, she's currently in a long-distance relationship with a guy that lives in South Africa that we met in Ireland, and people say it won't last. But can it actually last? So there's like 14 million people that are in long-distance relationships. And like 10% of marriages out there actually started out as a long-distance relationship. But the opposite side of that is, it's one of the hardest relationships you could probably ever have. Like, probably about, it starts getting really hard, like, oh, why's my camera shaking? Sorry, camera. It usually starts to break down about 4 months into it, when you really start missing somebody and you miss having that like physical connection with somebody. But then, like, of all those long distance relationships, 40% are gonna fail. 40% are doomed to fail. Think about that. But is that really any different than a normal relationship? So let's just like kind of look at the common problems that you're going to have in a long distance relationship. The first one is communication. I mean, I know we have like all this crazy, ridiculous technology. There's like Snapchat, FaceTime, Instagram. There's video chatting, Facebook Messenger. There's all these things. But what I found, like, even if you're video chatting with somebody every day, sometimes the connection just sucks and it freezes up and you can't see each other and your faces freeze and you look ridiculous. Calls are dropped and it starts getting a little bit frustrating. I'm a hopeless romantic. I think if you find the right person, it can work. But it has to be the right person. But how do you know if it's the right person? I guess you figure that out by talking. The physical intimacy part is probably the hardest part if you're in a long distance relationship. Like, it's just nice to like hold hands and cuddle and Netflix and chill and just be with each other. Cost of travel. Like, it depends how far apart you are. Is this like a where you can go see each other on the weekends? Is this a relationship where you're having to get on a plane and fly 6 hours just to see them maybe for a week at a time every few months or so? And travel costs add up really quick, and that's a lot of money. And it takes a hit. I mean, you should go out with your friends. You can't go out with your friends and have your boyfriend or girlfriend tag along because they're just not there. So sometimes you're going to have to choose between, do you want to go hang out with your friends, or do you want to, sit at home on the couch having a video chat with somebody? you have to ask yourself, is this somebody that I could see myself with long term? Or is this just fun? If it's something that's just fun, you should probably end it before you get too attached. But if this is a person that you really connect with and you could see yourself with for a long time, then go ahead and give it a shot. I mean, most relationships aren't going to work out anyways. This one isn't going to be any different. If it was worth it, I would move to be with somebody, I think. But let's say you're in a long distance relationship. What things can you do to make it work? So, first, you just really have to be a good communicator. So, like, for a long distance relationship to work, you have to be able to trust each other. Because you might go days without talking just because of life situations, life obligations that you might have. You have to be able to trust that that person's not, like, cheating on you on the side. So you have to be with somebody that doesn't have cheating tendencies, I feel like. Because you're going to be tempted. And they're just really attractive. And you have those needs and desires. And you can't touch them because they're not there. So you're going to be tempted by other people. And you just have to decide, is your relationship worth risking for a quick piece of tail, or is it worth holding out and making those moments special when you can be together? Technology's come a long ways, and there are plenty of ways to be able to experience that intimacy with each other. Guys, just make sure never send one unless she asks for one. That's the general consensus for you guys. Girls, just be careful sending nudes, because once it's out there, it's out there. Other ways you can create intimacy. You can send each other sexy messages and take care of things behind the scenes. Or Snapchat is probably your best bet, because you can tell if somebody screenshotted of that. And if somebody screenshots, you should dump them. Long distance relationships, sexting is your best friend. And that's just gonna really, it'll bring you guys closer on that intimate level. But not everybody's comfortable on camera. So just kind of talk to each other and communicate on how you can just create how you can create intimacy in your relationship if you live far away. I think there's something special about a long distance relationship. I feel like it gives you time to really get to know somebody before you're, like, jumping into bed with them. Like, you really get to know them because all you have is communication. And you can really get to know somebody, like, on a deep level. It allows you to really appreciate the times that you do have when you can physically be in the same room with somebody. Because I feel like you're not going to be inclined to, like, having as many of those, like, fights, I guess, that normal couples have when you're together all the freaking time. It makes the moments you have together more special. There's no way around it. You have to have a plan. Like, your ultimate goal should be ending up together. So create a plan where decide how long you're going to date and decide how long you're going to give the relationship a chance to succeed. And develop a plan on what your end goal for the relationship is. If it's to be together, then you both want to be able to kind of work towards that goal, and it's a give and take relationship, so you both have to work really hard at it, and you're gonna have to make sacrifices for each other that you might not normally do in a normal relationship. And then just let fate decide. I feel like people for what it is, and enjoy every moment that you have together. I truly believe that the people that you meet in life, you're meant to meet. I'm not talking about like people you just pass by, but like the people you really form a connection with or influence you in some way. You're meant to meet those people. And that's why I just tell people, just always be nice to people, because you don't know what people are going through, and you could make or break their day. So, thanks for watching the first episode of Make It or Break It. Next week we're going to talk about age gap relationships, so tune in next week. See you guys later. Bye.